What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Roman. Um, I'm really upset today. There was a report that came out that Disney is for the live action Hercules thinking about going the route of putting it in the from the point of view of Hades and from his point of view, the whole story of Hercules from Disney from Hades' point of view. And I have to say, Disney has gone too far this time. Look, when they, took Mushu and the music out of Mulan, I was like, whatever, I watched it anyway. When they race swapped Ariel, whatever. Now you're messing with my favorite Disney movie. As a 30-something-year-old man, Hercules was always my favorite Disney movie. And when they announced plans to do a live action Hercules way back in I think 2017, I've gone through many fan castings myself. Maybe, if it were a few years ago, Chris Pratt and Anna Kendrick, maybe KJ Apa and Ariana Grande. All these things because we've had a lot of adaptations of Hercules over the years. Kevin Sorbo, Dwayne Johnson, many things, but most of those were the mythology based Hercules, not the Disney Hercules. And I get that the Disney Hercules is not mythologically accurate, but we never gotten a live action of the Disney Hercules, which is my favorite. But to hear that they are thinking about doing it from Hades' point of view, Disney is not even hiding it. They're saying the quiet part out loud now. We've already they did this a few years ago with Maleficent, where they made the focal point Angelina Jolie as the villain, but in the end they kind of redeemed the character and all this sort of stuff, which is another thing. Whatever. Disney is saying all the things that you loved in the past, all the hero's journey, all the great stuff, all the great lessons that Disney was known for, the feel good movies, we don't care about any of that anymore. We in Hollywood are a bunch of Satanists that want to corrupt your children, that want to tell you the wrong lessons. Disney's gotten dinged by this before. Many people hated the Acolyte series because it was glorifying the Sith, making the Jedi look like the bad guys. There was an animated movie recently, I think it was by DreamWorks, that called Wish, where they made essentially the guy that was in the right the villain, the guy that said you can't grant everybody's wish, and then it would be chaos. You can't do that. You have to have some discernment. You have to be able to, do everybody can't have their wishes granted all the time. It would just descend into chaos. And he was correct, but he was the villain of the movie. Disney and yes, that was DreamWorks, but Disney is now making the villains heroes and the heroes villains. And unlike Maleficent, you can't redeem Hades. Hades is the Greek mythology version of Satan, of the devil, cast into the underworld because because of misdeeds against the person who was supposed to oversee everything. In this case, it was Zeus. So if you're going to tell the same story from Disney's Hercules, but you're going to do it from Hades' point of view, what's it going to be like? Oh, that dang Zeus, the beacon of all that is good and all that is powerful, and that hero Hercules. I took Meg because I deserve it, because look what they've done to me. But now here he comes to get her. I can't let her have her because I'm good and I'm awesome. If he's going to be the focal point, you can't redeem Hades, so then you're going to vilify the heroes of the story. There's no way around it. So it's clear to me that Disney is saying the quiet part out loud, saying that we no longer believe that heroes are heroes. We are a morally corrupt corporation who just wants money, and we don't care what fans think. They're already in trouble with Snow White. They're already hiding behind Snow White. It's not going well. They've pushed it back multiple times because people were unhappy. People are very against what Disney's done with Star Wars. Everything Disney is touching right now is an absolute failure. And and unlike a lot of corporations where when they take bold controversial stands and receive negative feedback, they tend to back off. Disney is not getting the hint. They're not understanding what people want anymore. And I know that Disney movies are for kids, live action movies marketed to kids. I'm not a parent yet, but my friends are parents. My friends have kids, and parents are not going to want to take their children to a Disney movie where the main character is the Greek mythology version of Satan. What part of that does Disney not understand? I could go on for 30 minutes about if this rumor ends up being true, how this could be a colossal misstep for Disney, who has gotten used to that these days. But I'm already too wound up. Don't want to make this video too long for you guys. But in the comments, let me know what you think about the potential idea of the Hercules live action being from the point of view of Hades, similarly to the way Disney did Maleficent. My only issue there is you can't redeem Hades. By definition, Hades is an unredeemable character. So this doesn't work at all. I think it really shows Disney's true colors as to where they are as a corporation right now. We really need to get loud, stand up, and make sure they do not do it this way. It is reprehensible if this is the way they want to go. You could say, "Oh, it's just a movie." It's not. It's more than just a movie at this point. We're in a culture war. And say what you will, this is a movie channel. I'm passionate about the animated movie Hercules, and I want a faithful adaptation of Hercules. Don't do some stupid swap woke ideation. Make the villain sympathetic. Make them everybody feel bad for the villain like they did with the Sith or like they did with Maleficent. No, that is not what people want. Listen to people for once, Disney. Listen to your audience. We do not want a movie about Hades, especially if James Woods is not going to be involved, which by all accounts it sounds like he's not. Anyway, I'm obviously very passionate about this. Let me know in the comments what you think about the idea of them doing a Hercules live action from the point of view of Hades. And if you are as fired up about it as I am, get loud about it and make sure that if this is what they're planning to do, that they don't go forward with it. Until then, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I will see you on the next video.